as we were talking yesterday, we have already done, or we already rephrased, right? We already rephrased your task. At the same time, we already created an overview, right?
Yes.
So what we're going to do, this is actually your first paragraph. That is actually your rephrase because we have to rephrase the task, right? Now, this is your overview. Now, what we're going to do is to make, how do we call this? Your first paragraph, okay?
Okay.
Now, start first with this so that it wouldn't be, how do we call this? It wouldn't be so, or so that we can understand both. If you will try to look at that. Okay, this is your line graph. Remember?
Yes.
Now, you can actually, you can start first with the things that you have. Like, when is the start of the graph?
When is the start of the
Mm-hmm.
graph?
Yes.
It's when is 2000 2000.
Okay, so it's in 2000, right? So you can
Yes.
actually say that in the beginning, oh, did we use that? Okay. In the beginning of the graph, okay, the number of Chinese was 1 point. What's the number of Chinese?
1. Uh, 1.25.
Right. So, like in the beginning of the graph, the number of Chinese was 1.25 billion, while India, India's
In the earth is 1 billion.
was was 1 billion. Okay. Now, you can actually say that from the first 10 years, right?
Yes.
Right. So you can actually say that in the middle, okay, in the middle or within from 2000 to 2010, or we can actually rephrase it, uh, the first, sorry, the first 10 years, as like what you have made it in your first paragraph, right? The first 10 years from 2000 to 2010. Okay. What was actually the change? How many increased for China?
China increased 100 million. Millions.
Okay. So you can actually say that, okay, sorry, in the first in the first 10 years from 2000 to 2010, there has been 2 million, is it?
Yes.
2 million increase in the population, in the citizens in the count of the citizens in China, while how many in India?
India. What?
What is the increase for the first 10 years in India?
India is 200 millions.
Like in China, it's 2 million.
China is 100 million.
Okay, so this one is 100 million. Is it?
Yes.
How about in India?
India is 200 million.
At the same period, India was added, or like at the same period, 200 million?
Yes.
200 million were added to India.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, I think there's double.
100 million have S or not need?
This one?
Yes.
No S.
No S.
Hmm.
Wow. The
Okay.
money is no S.
Correct, correct.
I don't know money. Million and billion will not use S.
I think so. Yeah, right. We don't use. We don't use.
And if
Okay.
we use not will wrong. Or
Wait.
maybe.
Because we don't use them. Let me try to check. Just give me one moment. I'll double check it.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's like this. When we are using numbers like, for example, 100 millions or 100 million, like for example, let's say, Lee 100 million in the casino. Okay. Lee won millions in the casino. Okay, it's like that. So if there is actually a number, you don't put S on it.
Okay.
Okay, but if there is no number and you know it's more than one or two, or if it's more than two, then basically it becomes, how do we call this? Then basically it becomes no with S.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Now, if you will try, so that could be actually your observation in the first 10 years. This is what you're trying to do in here, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Did I interpret it correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have the same idea in that?
Yes.
Okay, so that could be your first paragraph. Now, we have to create second paragraph. Now, if we're going to create second paragraph, what are the things that we have to talk about? Okay, try to look at that. They're like in 2020, they have the same number.
2030.
Yes, 2030, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, can I make it bigger so I can see it as well? Okay, okay. So in 2030, they were actually of the same number, right?
Yes.
So you can actually talk about that, right? It There was an intersection, or let's say the two countries, it could be it it could be seen as well that in 2030 the two countries had the same number of population. Oh, what's the other word for population? Oh,
People.
people. The same number of people at, what's the number?
Uh, um,
1.45
yes.
billion each. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes.
From that from that year, okay, India's populace will continue to rise up to until or until sorry, rice, not rice. Sorry, RICE, that's food. Okay. This is food. Why are you not
Right.
checking? Why not are you checking me? Okay, continue to rise until India's populace will continue to rise until its peak in 2050 at, what's the population? 1.6 billion. Okay, get it?
Yes.
And China's digits will slowly decline until, oh, what's the other word for until? Ah, okay. Up to, okay, to rise up, decline up to, oh, no. On the other hand, China's digits will slowly decline on the same time period, on the same, oh, to how many million?
Mm,
To
mm,
around
China.
to lesser than,
1.4.
fewer, sorry, fewer than 1.4 billion. Okay. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so how do we call this? In this one, it could be seen as well that in 2030, the two countries, have, will have the same number of people at 1.4. The two countries will be will be expected to have the same number of people at 1.45 billion each. From that year, India's populace will continue to rise up until its peak in 2050 at 1.6. On the other hand, China's digits will slowly decline to fewer than 1.4. So that is actually your description from this point from 2030 down to 20 or up to 2050.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
Let's try to check if we are on count number. Wait. That's 21. Can you count? 21 plus 28. 21 plus 28 plus 52. Plus 58. How many?
159.
See, we were able to reach at least 100, more than 150 words, which is the requirement of the task.
Yes.
Okay, so in that particular period, you can already stop in there, right? So,
Yeah.
because this one is already, that's already your, how do we call this? The answer.
Yes.
We'll transfer it so you can easily see it. There. So, huh? Okay, got it. Okay, so in that particular one, you can just actually remove this one.
Okay.
There, so that is your complete task already. Okay, so that is your task from here to there.
Okay.
So see, it's just actually, it's just very few. You have only four paragraphs, but you can easily determine which is which, right?
Yes.
So this one is you rephrase it, right? This
Yes.
is your overview. This is your paragraph 1. This is your paragraph 2. Did you talk about the important details, or did you talk about all the information in the line graph? No. We just picked the first 10, right? From
Yes.
2000 to 2010. Then we also have the last 20 years, which is from 2030 to 2050.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Are we on the same page now?
Yes.
Very good. Question.
No.
Okay. Now let's move on to, this is easier. Part 2, right? Is it?
Part 1 or part 2?
If you don't have question in part 1, then let's move on to part 2.
Yes.
Okay, let me just wait. Let me just go back to part 2.
Give me part 1.
I'll send you. Should I send that? That's your, hey! Only 245 words. You're underlined. Only 245 words.
Yes.
What happened?
The question is to task 1 or task 2?
Task 2.
Task 2, my task 2 is 245.
Right. You don't have enough.
5 words.
You still have five vocabularies left.
Yes.
Wait, so that I will send you. Right? This one you can. Okay, that one. Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, so that was actually that was your task 1. Now let's move to your task 2. What is the topic all about in task 2?
All about crime.
Okay, so the topic is all about crime. Now, if you have that particular thing, what is all about crime? What is crime?
Is crime activities.
Okay, so your topic in there is all about crime rate, right?
Yes.
What are the common crimes in Vietnam?
It means
What are the common bad things that are happening in your country?
the reason of
Crime.
the reason of crime.
No, what crime? What are the crimes that usually happen in your country?
I think it's about 15 to 40 or to 50.
No. My question is, what crime are the usual? What crime? Is it like murder, thief, like that?
What crime?
That
It's me.
example, a thief, murder. Those are the crimes.
I think this is more.
There is mosquito in front of me. And it flew very fast.
I think thief is more than murder.
Murder. Okay, so thief is it's a common thing in your country, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think that there is what is the common reason why there is high number of thief?
Is the family habitat, the school habitat is the first reason, and the second reason is the social develop. So the we it is difficult to find job.
Okay.
Um, difficult to find job. So uh, people can't control themselves, and when they see something and they can't control themselves, uh, crime will happen.
Okay. So if people cannot really control themselves, the crime can get higher.
Yes.
Okay. In your hometown, what is the common crime? Is there a crime in your hometown?
Yes, but is um I think my hometown, the crime is theft, and
Theft and
my hometown crime is theft and uh, I don't know what need to say.
okay, no more, only theft.
Oh, and number, I think it least.
List, the list number is murder, so no murder in your hometown.
I think maybe,
Probably because your hometown is like a small village, right?
but
Town.
but in this time everything is developed, so it have a lot bad of bad things,
Like,
like uh ah people borrow money from other people.
okay, that's very common in here in the Philippines too.
Yes, and 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 sometimes have some cute have some
Some.
let me check. I have some mother, but I don't know the reason.
Okay. It's how do we call this? When a community is developed, there is a very. Do you think that when the community is becoming bigger and developing, there is a very big possibility of having higher crime?
Yes,
Why do you think is that?
because um communicate with love, and the population is developed to increase too.
Uh huh.
Uh, we will difficult to find job, and you know the pay in each month of each people is different.
Okay.
Some people is high, some people is least, and someone if they lazy and they have least money,
Uh huh.
uh maybe they will ah and and they want to play,
Mm-hmm.
or they and if they bet something, yeah, they
Mm,
will when they need to pay pay money for the order, but they don't have money. They will find 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 value
valuable.
valuable in in the other family, and
Still,
still eat.
okay. Like most of the time, right? It's thief. Probably some people will just like to get something, but accidentally they're killing somebody, right?
Yes,
So yeah, that's actually one of the bad things about, or that is one of the bad things that could happen in a place where it's becoming modern,
yes,
right? So that's actually that could be very very bad. Understand, very understand. Okay, now let's try to look at your task. Now, nowadays, okay, this is your first paragraph, right?
yes,
The number, remember that a number of crime, so the number of crime goes up. You can actually instead of like, what are the other words for goes up? You can
mm,
say is continuously,
listen,
right?
yes,
Okay, so nowadays the number of crime is continuously, sorry, you can actually put the number of,
crimes.
okay, the number of crimes is continuously rising. It has two reasons. Okay, the first is, okay, where is your, what is the task?
Mm,
The task?
Uh,
Each year, right?
each
Each
year,
year, the crime rate increases.
yeah,
What are the causes and what could be done to prevent rise in the criminal activity? First, you have to rephrase the question, right? Oh, where you have to rephrase what are the causes of crime and what could be done to prevent the rise in criminal activity. So nowadays, the number of crimes, let's say, the number of crimes in the society, okay, is continuously rising. Okay, what are the causes? Or rephrase this one. Try to rephrase
to
this.
stop crimes.
Oh, what's that? What are the causes of crime and what could be done to prevent this rise in criminal activity? Can you rephrase that first?
Mm, mm, what the cause of
Okay,
crime?
you
And
can say that these could be credited this could be credited to multiple reasons. Okay, this could be credited to multiple reasons, but could be lessened when doing or when making some policies, or let's say some programs to prevent it. Oh, what are the other words for prevent?
Prevent is stop.
Correct. To avoid it.
Avoid.
Okay, so nowadays the number of crimes in the society is continuously rising. This could be credited to multiple reasons, but could be lessened when making some programs to avoid it. Now, that is actually, you have, remember that the task is like this, right? This is your task. Uh, First one is you have to rephrase it, right?
Yes.
Don't forget to rephrase it.
I'm not forget, but in the second sentence, I don't know how to rephrase it.
This one, this one.
Yes,
Okay.
because it is the question, so I don't know how to phrase it.
Rephrase. Correct. So try to look at that. Is this okay with you?
Yes,
Do you understand it?
yes.
Okay. What does it mean when we say lessened?
Um, Listen. It means decrease.
Correct. It means to decrease, right? Because you, how do we call this? It's to be done to prevent,
Yes.
right? To be done to prevent. So that is the one that you have one, or that you can actually, uh, okay, that you could actually talk about. Now, nowadays, after that, how are you going to continue?
Is
You can actually
the
say, one of the common reasons why why they, how do we call this? Oh, how do we, what are other term for crimes?
reason.
Why violations happen is, okay, here, not one, some. Some of the common reasons why violations happen are,
Education in family.
okay, education, school, social, not really good. Or you can actually, we can say, instead of social, not good, you can actually, so social or bad social influences.
I want to write the family and school and social is bad.
Okay. Okay, wait. So this is family values. Can you check this one? Can you see the meaning of this one? Values.
Uh, it means family education, school education.
Correct. That is actually what we call values. Behavior, attitude, like that. Okay, so when we say family values, it is what are your parents teaching you?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so your parents are teaching you to be a good person, to be a kind person, to always do the good thing, right?
Yeah.
So that is family values. The meaning of that is family values. Okay. Uh, like how do we call this? School support. Okay. School support and
Influence.
social influences. So it means that the society, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, let's say in like as while this community is becoming bigger, the crime is becoming higher, right? Or
Yes.
people, if there are too many people, there is always bad person. Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me.
Uh, Again.
Like for social influences, it means that other people, because of high pressure from the society, or let's say, and probably let's social influences, society,
It means when we go out and we meet a lot of person.
can you see it now here?
Meet problems in the society. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
So there, some of the common reasons why violations happen are family values, school supports, and mixed problems in the society.
Okay.
Okay, now, so uh, these are the reasons, right?
Yes.
Why there is second? Why not put here?
The first, the second.
If like, okay, this is the first, right? This is the second. This is the third. So this is the fourth,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, because last time mm, my idea is in Vietnam, if we write such as last uh, my last sentence is the first is the education in family. um, what is that? What is this? This how read it this?
Comma.
Comma.
Mm.
um last My last sentence is the first is the education in family, comma, school, comma, social, not really good. If I write this, the people read it will understand um, is um education in family will the same with school, social, and family, school, social. Um,
It is only one thing. Those are three different topics.
Yes, they will understand. Is um, ah when I write the last way, people will understand. It means it's the same, and I'm not right again the education or a really good 3 times.
Okay. So if that is your sentence, how is your fluency? How is your coherence and cohesion?
And
This one is a different topic. This one is a different topic. This one is different topic.
I answer for the question is the reason and what we need to do for prevent criminal activities.
Mm-hmm. Mm. You cannot answer that into one paragraph only.
Oh,
Do not put all your ideas in one paragraph. Remember that this is one of where your score is coming. That one, coherence and cohesion. The meaning of coherence and cohesion is like the connection of one sentence to another.
okay.
Okay, so you have to connect this to this to this.
Ah,
Okay, so in one paragraph, you have, like, for example, I think it would be better if you will explain this. Okay, why family values are important? Why school supports are important? Why mixed problems in the society is
ah,
important? You can discuss this in another paragraph.
yes, my idea is after I process the question, I will is maybe the same with overview is I will answer short
This
idea
No, no,
and
no. Because your first paragraph will give you already an idea of what you're going to talk about. So it means that your second paragraph is already your body one.
okay.
Because in task two, you are required, it's like this. Task one, right? In task one, you have your rephrase, right?
Yes,
Second one is
overview
overview. Second one is body one,
and body
body two. In task two, you have your
rephrase
rephrase, body
body.
one, body two.
Mhm.
Okay, you can also include body three, then conclusion.
Okay.
That is actually your pattern in task two. Okay, and like in your task one, that it is like this. You will not have conclusion in part one,
Yes.
but in part two, you will have, but you will not have an overview.
Okay.
No overview for part two.
Okay. I think I will remove that.
Okay. Okay. Now, I will try to continue this tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Wait, I will be saving. I will send it to you. Try to improve it. Okay?
Okay.
If you have time,
Uh,
try to improve it. Understand?
yes.
Writing task two. Today is 24, no, 24/11/2020. Okay. Lily 24, this one. Try to improve this, okay?
Okay.
There. Okay. We'll continue this tomorrow. Thank you so much. And
Okay.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.